Purpose, season 2, episode 3, and here are your hosts, Hayat and Derek.
Does that go? Oh, okay. Wow. Hello. How
First,
are
let me
you?
say welcome back, Miss Hyatt.
Yes.
We missed you last episode. She was
Yes.
out doing her thing, so I'm glad to have Miss
California?
Hyatt back.
It's my second home here, so I'm glad to be back. I love this. We're creating purposeful community, and look at you. And gosh, so glad to be here.
Absolutely, and to see so many new faces along with so many old faces that's been with us kind of from the start, man, it's pretty cool. So as you see, we're growing, and this is why I love what we do.
Creating the community. All right, what are we doing today?
All right, so this show was made possible by the Delaware Department of Health and Social Services, or more affectionately known as DSAM. That is just a wealth of information on
Yes, it
everything
is.
from addictions to mental health, substance use, anything you could think of to try to just get through some of the tough times in life. That's a great place to start.
Or for mental health, be the best version of you. So we're doing my Reason Why campaign, so it is right there.
Absolutely. So, oh man, so now let's have some fun, man. Let's see who's out here. So this
All right,
is the
you go
segment we
out
call
there.
Who's in the Room.
So this is where we want you to shout out, who are you, what group you belong to, or just who you are. Shout it out. All right, Belfont Lions.
Belfont Lions. Who else we got tonight?
I heard Elijah say something about kind.
Kindness heals all things. That's
Of course
K.
it does. Kindness heals. Anybody else? Come on. H-Fam is in the house.
H-Fam.
We got you, H-Fam. Come on, who else?
Oh yeah, so we got Delaware Prevention
DPP.
Partners with us too. So LACC in the house. So
LACC.
looks like we got
All
looks like we got
right.
a bunch of people tonight. Miss Hyatt.
Derek,
One
someone
more.
behind you.
Brandywine Counseling.
Brandywine Counseling. All right, that's amazing. Thank you guys for being here with us, giving up your time for this evening. So,
All right, so
Please.
for those watching at home, definitely drop a like and a
Yes.
share. Let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're from on the internet.
yeah, share your what today's theme is, which is.
All righty. Oh man, drums. Oh, so this one is important, not just in the world of mental health and recovery. I think this is important in general. And tonight's theme is the importance of forgiveness.
Yes. So, I was thinking about it in different tradition religion. In Judaism, actually, forgiveness is it's a morality issue, like you have to forgive. In Christianity, to err is human, to forgive is divine. And as Muslims, too, they think if you want forgiveness from God, you should forgive others. So, and Buddhism, it says that if you don't forgive, you're holding into anger. It's like holding a hot coal so you can throw it at someone else. So, let's think, when you think about that, importance of forgiveness becomes like, it's a practicality.
It is. And if you look at it from recovery, that's always the hardest step to do is forgive yourself. So one of the most important things I teach as a peer is got to forgive yourself first before you can move on with anything else. And that, to me, is one of the most important things I think we can do in recovery.
Absolutely. Let it go. If anybody is upsetting you, let it go.
All right, so tonight's goals. So every show we have 2 goals that we try to accomplish. The first one is to be inspired to learn about forgiveness and just try to think of ways that you can just create forgiveness within your own personal life, within those around you. And even somebody that you maybe have not met that you see is kind of going through something, and you just kind of reach out and tell them, yo, it's okay to forgive yourself. So it's our
Absolutely.
first goal. Ms.
Yeah.
Hyatt, what's our second goal tonight?
Expand the amazing community. We're already doing it. So you are here. Please invite others. It's every month this is happening. We are on YouTube. You can share the link and have people watch it. It's one of actually most watched. People rewatch this show at home. Please share it. So we're creating a purposeful community and expand and be connected and be inspired by each other.
Absolutely. So what's next we got, fellas? All right, so this segment here is Community Says. And with this segment, we go out, out and about towns and cities and neighborhoods in Delaware just to talk to people to see how they feel about tonight's theme. So check out what some of our fellow Delawareans feel about forgiveness.
And we'll be right
love means it's all around us. It's when people smile at each other, when people are nice to each other, when everybody loves or is good to their neighbors. That to me is love.
So love means to me is a warm feeling, that of an overjoy to where my cup just overflows for everybody around me. So when they're feeling good, I'm feeling good.
The importance of love is everything. It can help you be you and really like love. If you love someone or if you love yourself, it can really boost your mental state and then boost other people's mental state.
What does love mean to me? Love is awesome. Everybody has love, can be loved, should be loved, and love one another. I've been married, it'll be 45 years in January. Takes a lot of love to get through 45 years. It was bumpy, but love is a wonderful thing. If you have love in your heart, then that gets hate out of the way. And we definitely need more love in the world today.
The word love is a powerful word. It means a lot of things. For me, love comes from deep inside of me, and it comes out of me in all different ways, especially where children are involved. Children are my power bank for love, and it's just what we give to people. Love. It's what makes the world work.
So now we want to hear it from you. What do you think love means? So we want to hear. Come on, tell us what do you connect when you hear the word love? Family.
All right, so we got family. What else we got out there?
Chuck. If you raise your hand, we'll come to you.
Patience.
Patience.
It's fair. Good
That's
one.
for
Good
sure.
one. Anything else? Anything else, you guys?
Over there.
Back there.
Say more.
Stick to it.
Oh, stick to it. Yeah.
Yes, love that.
Anybody else? Love. It's the sunshine. All right, Scott.
Yes, I would like to talk about love for a minute. I've realized that love is a necessary element in living. And the way I figured that out is that, similar to water or food or warmth, think about when a baby's born, they don't even if the mother is not there, for that child to survive, somebody needs to give unconditional love and make sure that that child is fed. And so that's one easy way of seeing it. But when you see it like that, the child wouldn't be here without water, it wouldn't be here without food, but it certainly wouldn't be here without love. So we need to start treating love at the level of water and food for our health and our safe and sound lives.
Agree. It's time for that one.
We got time for one more because this is one of my favorite people and I love when
Yes,
she talks,
Heather.
so go for it.
Justice is love in public.
Wow! Mic drop.
Told you, man, she just drops bombs every time she talks, man. She does.
Wow. Thank you. That was so powerful. Now I'm pumped. And my heart is pumped with love. All right. That gives us to the 5 benefits.
So now this is where we kind of talk about 5 different benefits of tonight's theme. And so now we're going to share with you 5 benefits of forgiveness. So what's our first one, fellas? Oh, this is huge. So improved physical health. Now, research indicates that forgiving others lowers blood pressure, which once you reach about 35 years, that matters. It also improves immune system function, improves cholesterol levels, which once you hit like 45, that matters. And then lastly, it lowers the risk of a heart attack, which that can happen at any time. So that's all the health things that forgiveness can do.
Yes, it's a heart month, and the number 1 killer of the heart is for women. So that is very important to point that out, which is enhancing the mental health. So, helps you reduce your anxiety, and the more you let go, again, let it go. People, the negative people you don't need, bye-bye, I'm over here. So it's like, it's okay. You don't have to change your people, but you gotta change yourself by enhancing your mental health and letting things go that doesn't serve you.
absolutely. So, forgiveness creates stronger relationships as well. By letting go of grudges, individuals can rebuild trust and restore or improve connections with others. Because I don't know about y'all, but I've never had a day that was perfect. I've made my mistakes. I've angered people, and it seems like when they're willing to forgive you, you also forgive yourself for what you do. And then it gives you a clean slate to start moving forward as well.
Absolutely. All right, next. Emotional freedom. Yeah, Buddhism have the whole thing about this, right? Forgiveness reduces rumination or the constant painful replaying of the negative thoughts. It's like, I should have done that, should have. There's no should have. If you should have, you would have. So let it go again. So it's the theme of the night. So it really doesn't serve you. So, emotional freedom is like, okay, I don't have to hold on to that anymore. That weight, drop.
And then my personal favorite, 1 out of 5, greater compassion. As a peer, compassion is everything to me. And because I've had to forgive myself for things that I've done in my past and my recovery, it allows me to see that maybe somebody else is struggling with it and they just haven't had the time to forgive themselves. So if I forgive them and I don't know them, I tell them, look, you're a better person than what you think. That might give them the strength to keep pushing forward. And that you can do with a loved one or somebody you never know.
Absolutely. Speak the truth. That's why when we ask you to speak out, you never know who will resonate. What you say, what will resonate with someone. So please speak out. Say your truth so others can be brave enough to do the same.
All right, so what's up next, fellas? Game time.
All
Game
right.
time.
Okay, so we need your energy here. So we got to be pumped. You got to be saying. So we got to choose between two things. You got to do with this or you got to do with that. So you got to shout out this or that. All right, you got it? Okay.
Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, man. See, I feel like this is accurate. So first one.
What? Wait, we didn't start yet.
Who decides to do snow after y'all just got 8 with 5
This
feet?
or that.
Come
I
on,
know, right?
fellas.
It's been a long winter. It's been a long winter.
I
So
think we
this
got
or
a
that?
consensus on that one, you
Okay,
guys.
so scream it out. This or that? That, hands down. I know. Snow be gone. Don't let it snow. No. Okay.
All right, what's next?
Okay.
Okay, so do you prefer 4 seasons or endless summer?
This or that? This. It's kind of mixed.
It is kind of mixed, actually.
Now I'm hearing that a lot. So it's that, which means the endless summer.
I think it all depends on where you live, because living in California, it never got below 60, and I loved it. Here, I like the seasons, but it just gets a tad bit too cold. So depends on where you live, I think.
Ooh,
Oh, this is good.
This or that. Give
Donate money or donate time.
Ooh, this or that. This.
We all got a both.
Did
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Just like a best friend, you only can have one. So when you gotta choose, when you have to really choose, which would it gonna be? Oh, just kidding. Where there's no such thing as could be best. If you say best, this means one.
So this one's going to be broken down by age, I think, actually. Like, I really do. I think this one's going to be
or
split
that.
by age.
All right, this or that. That, it's a young person saying that.
Really?
Yes, he's saying that.
Go ahead, little dude.
Really? Oh, yeah, there's nothing like a phone call, but we are too busy. So I think text to just let you know. I think that's what it is. But I love talking to people.
Except when you have to talk to your kids. They make no sense
Yeah,
whatsoever.
well, that's a whole different topic.
Miss Hyatt, this one's all yours, mama.
Oh, let it go. That's the theme of it. All right, so this or that? Yeah, I better not hear any of that. Remember, burning the whole coal, holding it yourself, you're just going to be hurting yourself. So, shh. Where did my partner leave me? He left me. Okay,
I had to
next.
get a quick thing.
Next.
Alrighty,
And-
so our community spotlight. So every now and then, we're lucky enough to have our guests join us for
Yes.
the community spotlight. So the community spotlight will go out and highlight somebody that's just doing really, really awesome work out here. And we're lucky enough to have Miss Carrie Caldwell in the house with us tonight. So could you please just let everybody know that
Yes.
you're here? And
Does amazing work.
yeah, so check out what makes Miss Carrie so awesome, you guys.
Carrie Casey, and we are at the Newcastle County Hope Center. The Hope Center is an emergency hotel-style shelter for people experiencing homelessness in Newcastle County and really all of Delaware. We bought it December 1st of 2020. We opened it December 15th, 2020 as the Newcastle County Hope Center, and we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary. First floor, which is our lobby, is where our case management and our senior leadership are stationed, so people have access to people at all times. Second floor is our mental health facility, substance abuse referral, some of our case management team when they have to have private meetings, and also our pet floor. So anyone that comes in with a pet is given a room on the second floor because it's close to being outside, to walk the pet. 3 and 4 are emergency shelter. So any family size room, we can accommodate families up to 9. 5, half is our permanent housing. That's a new thing that we started last year. We have 17 permanent residents that reside here, have a lease, pay 30% of their rent, and there are 7 veterans, so people that have a special voucher from the Veterans Administration, and then we have 10 people who are chronically homeless, meaning they've been homeless for a really long time and they have a disabling mental health condition. So they need that support that we offer here all the time. And then 6th is the medical respite floor, 36 rooms for clients exiting, participants exiting Christiana Care that need to respite and get back on their feet before they find housing. 7,000 people have stayed here at least one night, half being children under the age of 18. The idea is to have every supportive service that we can think of here for clients to be able to be eligible for. No days like any other day here at the Hope Center, but generally staff are here at the crack of dawn, 24-hour facilities. There's always staff, there's always security. We are a very secure building. So in the morning, we work like a hotel. Instead of people calling for rooms, agencies call for rooms. So they'll say, I have a family of 5, I have a family of 2, I have a single. All those reservations come in the morning, and then we schedule the intakes all afternoon. So we can take up to 8. It's all same day, which we think is really good because you don't want somebody waiting if they're unhoused a week to get into a shelter. So people come starting at 1 all the way through 4. We have grab and go and coffee in the morning, and then usually at night, we do not have a budget for food, but this gives you an example of how wonderful our community is. We get a donation daily of food. We have churches that come once a week and feed people at night. So no one goes hungry here, and so after intakes, dinner, 5 o'clock till about 10 is our busy time. Family, we have literally 170 kids here right now, so there's a lot of busyness after 5 o'clock. Then 10 o'clock is sort of curfew, things quiet down, and then we do it back again the next morning. I truly believe that we need to do better for this population, and so therefore my purpose is to be their voice and to help in any possible way that I can. Personally, during the time that we opened the Hope Center and in the first year, and even now, I had my own personal struggles, and the Hope Center helped me get through those struggles. So there's no limit to the joy the Hope Center has given me, honestly. And the Hope Center has given me about 1 million times more than I could have given it. So it's helped me through challenging times. I think harboring pain, anger, not forgiving yourself for things that might have happened in your past, it just is not a healthy thing to do. And a lot of the folks here have been through a lot and maybe have done things in their past that they're not proud of, or and the key component is letting that go. It's just not enough space to contain things that don't serve you, if that makes sense. The types of things that people have gone through in the past, the trauma, the pain, just things that people have gone through, and they're still able to get up and continue towards their path to stability. To me, it's about letting go, right? Forgiving yourself, not looking at the past, not looking at what might have happened before, and moving forward with a clear vision. I believe that forgiveness is critically important. It's sort of like the foundation to moving forward, reaching stability, being happy, letting go, moving forward. And, you know, to me, that forgiveness is like the foundation of that.
We want to give a shout out right now. We got a couple people watching at home on YouTube. Let's give a shout out to DaChicken333 and Kind Cat. If you are at home watching, make sure that you know you can comment in and make a comment, and we will read it out loud. But second thing we want to do is thank Carrie and the Hope Center for allowing us to go in and get a look. I don't know about all of you, but I have been very curious for a long time, and I love what we learned about the inside of that wonderful establishment. So thank you for joining us both in person and at your site. And now it is time for our special guest interview with what we call Conversations with a Purpose, with your host, Amy Herb.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Thank you. It's so wonderful to be here. I think the snow outside is still here from last month, but we're getting through. So I'm here tonight. I'm going to introduce you to our special guest that we're going to interview. This is Angela. So hi, Angela. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself and say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. My name is Angela. Hi. So, I am a believer. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm an aunt. I'm a friend. And I am a person in long-term recovery as well.
Okay. That's a lot of things to be. There's a lot of things on your plate.
Yeah.
So I think tonight's topic is pretty important to you. And so, as you know, we're talking about the importance of forgiveness.
Yeah.
So in all of those roles that you play in your life, why is forgiveness important?
So, first off, I want to thank everybody that's here for your service. I think service is a posture of the heart, and giving back so freely is very important. So, forgiveness, and I actually looked up what it meant, and forgiveness is to cease to feel resentment against an offender, to pardon. And so what forgiveness means to me, I think there was some words that really came to mind: humble, compassionate, patience, love, and it's building a continuous relationship with God, of my understanding, to be able to forgive people. It's a practice. It definitely is a practice, and you don't always get it right.
Yeah, so you say it's a practice, and I believe in that as well, because even looking at this or that, like some days I want to hold a grudge.
I said the same thing over there.
And I'm not going to call the person out, but I saw a couple of people in the room that were like, I'm just not going to say that in front of everybody here, right? So what do you mean by it's a practice? What do you do to practice forgiveness?
Well, I think that practicing forgiveness, giving back, right? Giving back in the community, giving back, and one of the this or that was money, and giving back time. And I think that, especially being in recovery, giving back so freely what was given to me, to someone else. Maybe that's not as far as I am, or even in some of the places that I went when I was homeless, the Sunday Breakfast Mission, Manual Dining Hall, Friendship House. And then I also, today I'm on the board at the Delaware Center for Justice, and it's funny because I used to be, it's not funny, it's amazing, but I used to be, I was a client there when I was released from prison, and then, they reached out to me and some years later and asked me to come and be come be on the board and give my perspective. So those are some of the ways that I try to give back in forgiveness.
Yeah. How has that helped you with, Derek spoke about it, and I think a couple other people spoke about it, that being in recovery, it's important to forgive yourself, right?
It is.
Whether you're in recovery or not, I think all of us probably struggle with forgiving ourselves for something. We say the wrong thing, we do the wrong thing, whatever that might be. And that rumination.
Yes.
And reliving that.
Yeah.
And so I say that, and I'm leading to the question of, how has forgiveness of both yourself helped you? Like, how have you done that? And how have you achieved that and been able to do that?
Well, okay, there's a few ways, but you said something the other night that I do want to, you said growth begins where self-punishment ends. And so I had to write some things down, but I really, really was praying on that, meditating on that, and really, you know, they talked about forgiveness for yourself first, right? And how do I do that, right? And so I really have to, I do a lot of personal work, right? I'm very involved in a 12-step program, and I do a lot of work in that area, and I'm currently on the step of amends and making amends to other people, and I'm really in an area of a hard time with that, because I think, you know, again, forgiveness is a practice. And so where I may be today or tomorrow, I may not be there forever, but I have to revisit that. And I have to really work on the trauma from what it is that's really rooted down in me, in my spirit, that when something happens and it triggers that emotion, I have to really, really work on that.
Yeah, so us here at the monthly purpose and the cause, as they call this, right? We would think about that and what you said, like, I have to work on that and I struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So someone else in this room is thinking, I struggle with that too. What have you done to help overcome that struggle that somebody else might be able to embrace?
I think, again, my relationship with God, continuous prayer. I have a lot of people in my life that I turn to that may have more experience than I have, and they can help guide me through, okay, this is how they made it through. And I think that lived experience is very important, and turning and asking for help. It's okay to not have all the answers.
Yeah, so that acceptance is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
One of the things that I am aware of, so you said that you were incarcerated
Mhm.
and you went into a program.
Mhm.
Is there something about is there something that you learned in that particular program, or something that you want to speak to about being forgiven or forgiveness in that way, right? And how I think a lot of times we think the system is designed to fail, or the system's not right, but is there something in particular you would want to share with everybody about forgiveness?
Yeah,
of
so
that?
I've kind of been on both sides, right?
Yeah.
I've been on the side of probably breaking every law you can break, and then the side of now, you know, trying to help rebuild not just my life, but again in the community. And I have done a lot of work with the ACLU and Second Chances, and I helped get the law passed for immediate expungements in Delaware, and clean slate, and and I also have a pardon from the governor. So I think that it is important. What I would suggest is, no matter where you are, utilize the resources that are out there. I think there's a lot of help out there that people don't realize is out there. I didn't know anything about the reentry program, DCJ, or any of these programs that are out there that I maybe I wish I would have knew about before that, you know, but everything's happened the way it's supposed to happen, and in its time, right?
Yeah. And what about forgiving others? So we've talked about a lot about you.
Yes.
You still holding on to any forgiveness you need to find?
Absolutely. I with the this or that, you know, it would be nice to say this, but I was thinking about the physical health and how my blood pressure has been extremely high recently, and, you know, really practicing forgiveness and with others. Be just like I want to be forgiven, though, right? And it's so funny because I've been holding on to these things that have been happening at work, and but like what I realize is I've had a few situations that were brought to my attention recently that I'm like, dang, maybe I should let some other people off the hook, you know? Because we all make mistakes. We don't arrive. We're human, and you know, if I want to be forgiven, I need to forgive others.
So I genuinely think that your prayer that you talked about and your relationship with God is allowing you to see that. That's my. That's the way I.
Yeah.
That's the way I embrace it. Is that in that mindset of, if I have this relationship, if I have this meditation, then it opens me to see those
Absolutely.
situations. When I
Absolutely.
don't, I'm closed off and I want to hold the grudge.
Yeah.
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 And then how about meditation? Do you do any meditation?
I try. I'm
Okay.
ADHD at its finest. I do like to start my mornings with coffee and my devotionals and some prayer, and really center myself for the day, and just try to be open to whatever it is that's being presented to me. I think that as you said, when you pray and you're open, greater things happen, right? When I allow something greater than myself in, greater things are revealed, and it just doesn't happen if I'm not open to that. That's what works for me, right? Everybody's experience is different, so I think utilize what works best for you.
That's right, and what you get, and talking to other people and what they do.
Absolutely.
And what they do may not work.
Absolutely.
So in a room full of people here, all talking about forgiveness tonight, any words of wisdoms that you would want to share with the group about, Hyatt was right, we are here to
Yeah.
be the best you. Be the best you that you can be.
Yeah.
That is our motto. And how would you suggest that someone struggling to forgive themselves finds forgiveness? What do you
We're all human, right? And I think that we're our own worst critics. And there's times where, I often think nobody else could have possibly done that. But, you're not alone. You are not alone. There is somebody out there that has done or been through what you've been through. And, find someone to share it with. Because I feel like when you don't talk about it, that harboring that secret by yourself, you feel so alone. And you were talking about let it go. Let it go. I was thinking about Frozen the whole time. Let it go. But how much better it feels when you let it go. The weights are lifted off your shoulders. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. You just never know. And to hold on and harbor something against someone that, if they leave or pass away or whatever, you're like, dang, I wish I would have said that, or I wish I would have done that. It's about humbling yourself and really just going and saying you're sorry, or whatever it takes. Just whatever it takes, just do it. Be the bigger person, even if you got to let your pride and ego go.
All right. Well, I so appreciate you coming out and talking to us tonight. It was so nice to get to know you, and thank you for sharing your forgiveness and with everybody. And so stick around. There's tons of people for you to meet, and I'm so glad. Welcome to The Purpose. I hope we see you back.
Thanks.
And now for a commercial break.
Join the Monthly Purpose community or be featured in a show. The Monthly Purpose is a new form of live and live-streamed interactive entertainment focused on personal growth and community improvement. Our producers are working on the second season, which means we are searching for inspiring guest speakers, community initiatives to highlight, and uplifting performing artists. Visit monthlypurpose.com and click on a link to join the community or suggest a person, organization, or even yourself to be a part of a future episode.
The party is a chance for us all for one day to experience what it's like if we spend our lives helping others, connecting with strangers, trying to become united as one.
The party is Delaware's largest service project.
The party is a place you come together with people who can offer so many wonderful things. You can participate, you can be part of the greater cause to make the world a better place. So why not?
The party is energetic. The party is the place to be.
The party is lit, fun, amazing, connecting people, longevity.
Party is service and helping others and being a part of it. You gotta be a part of it. You can't just let someone else do it for you.
The party is community. The party is engagement. The party is a bunch of like-minded people getting together and doing some good. That's what the party is.
Mic on? Yes. Who has good taste in music and have taught his kids to listen to the right kind of music. You know, we're talking about the 70s, the 80s, the cool music. So here's Ronan, who's just an amazing all-around guy, and especially an amazing husband and kid and father. So here we go. Let's hear it for Ronan.
So the theme is forgiveness, correct? They said forgiveness is one of the paths to true love, correct? All right. So I wrote this song with some friends of mine years ago, and this song is called "The Right Thing to Say," because sometimes it takes that. Matter of fact, a lot of times it takes the right time, the right thing to say, in order to show forgiveness, action, and the right thing to say. When I saw you smile, you made my soul feel warm. It's like you made the clouds break and the sun appear. But when you spoke to me, it wasn't like the norm. You hit me with words that felt good, plus you were sincere. I don't know how you know the right thing to say. It's almost like you live inside of me, yeah. I wanna know how you know the right thing to say. It's like you wrote what you read in my mind. Now when my vision's blurred, your words are like the spell that breaks the curse that had me submerged in sorrow's well. Spending time with you shows me where others failed to make me feel I'm heaven's child, simply from the things you tell me. I don't know how you know the right thing to say. It's almost like you live inside of me. I wanna know how you know the right thing to say. It's like you wrote what you read in my mind. Right thing to say. It's almost like you live inside of me. I wanna know how you know the right thing to say. It's like you wrote what you read in my mind.
All right, so it's not too many times I say this, but Scott, you're going to have a time trying to follow a whole father-son act, bro. Like, good luck with that. But can we get another round of applause for Mr. Ronan and his son? All right, so up next is where it's time to actually learn something new. And one of my favorite parts of this show is the education that we're able to provide, and just different tools and different resources for people to use in their daily life. So Scott's going to take you through tonight's wellness toolbox.
Thank you very much, Derek. What'd you guys think about that amazing musical performance? I just got to acknowledge there's a vibe here tonight. It feels really good in this room right now, and I want to thank everyone who's here to make it a part of that. The people on stage, the people in the audience, but this is what we're looking to do, is create a good feeling community where we feel seen, welcome, where we can forgive each other, forgive ourselves. So just a shout out to the great audience tonight. Okay, so the toolbox. Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's okay. You can clap for yourself. Yeah. Okay, so each episode we have what's called the toolbox. And the toolbox, we try to leave you with something that you can use practically to help yourself along your journey of evolution. So today's toolbox is actually a Hawaiian mantra that we learned about when looking about forgiveness. Actually, Billy's significant other is the one who brought this to us, and this is something that she practices. Ho'oponopono, that's right. So the word is Ho'oponopono. I believe I'm saying that right. But that's the word. So if you're in the audience, what I'm about to talk about is in your folder in the middle. But if you're at home, don't worry, we're going to show it on the slides. So Ho'oponopono is actually it's a sort of mantra, or a couple phrases that you can use to help yourself, forgive others, and relax yourself. A lot of the stuff that they're talking about tonight, letting things go. I got to tell you, listening to people talking about the pressures being lifted off has actually made me calmer tonight. Like, I'm realizing there's a lot of things that I need to forgive myself about. And every time I'm reminded of it, it's sort of like when someone says, hey, you know, you're tight right now, so like let your body loose, and that's what happens to me. So I think we do need to remind each other sometimes to have those breaths and to do that forgiveness. So again, thanks so much. So how do we do it though with the Ho'oponopono? Well, this is 4 phrases, and you can actually say them in any order. The first phrase is I'm sorry. And that recognizes and takes responsibility for a problem or a negative energy within you. So the I'm sorry is also sort of, you know, part of this whole thing is to what we call take responsibility of the way you're feeling on something. You're part of it. And it is difficult, I will say. There has been some times where in my life I've done some things that I'm not sure people have forgiven me for. But there became a time where I had to forgive myself regardless, because I was still being tortured. So I do hope they eventually forgive me, but I realized that like I had to forgive myself. So that was me taking responsibility of my feelings in that. So I'm sorry is one of the phrases. Please forgive me asks for forgiveness for holding on to this negativity. Then you say thank you, and thank you expresses the gratitude for the lesson and the opportunity to heal. So sort of what I was just talking about, when I feel a little bit lighter, that's like, oh, thank you for that. I also have, one of the things I've learned about with forgiveness is sometimes if I'm not happy with the way a situation works out, I look at it as I got a lesson out of that. Who's it? Nelson Mandela says, I never lose, I either win or I learn. And so sometimes I make mistakes and I lose money, and so I say to myself, you know what, that's like paying for a college class in this subject. Now, if I learn the lesson, it's like the money was worthwhile. But if I repeat the behavior, then maybe I did lose that money. Okay, and then thank you expresses that gratitude so that you can heal. And then the I love you. This is really important. And in here it says that it's expressing your love to yourself or others or the divine. But you know, I've been thinking a lot about AI and sports. I know Billy's going to kill me for going off topic. But what I realized is that the way we all like sports, if it was perfect, if nobody made a mistake, sports would not be entertaining at all. And that's when I realized that like the human condition is what actually makes life interesting, fun, and the chance to, as David Bowie said, you know, growing old is the opportunity to become the person you always knew you should have been. So when you put all that together, it's just a great feeling. So what we do with this Oponono is you're identifying the problem, you take that responsibility. And so you can repeat the mantra, and I'm actually going to see if anyone in here would be willing to do this with us. Is there someone who might be willing to come up, get out of their comfort zone and talk about something? You don't have to talk about it, but we're just going to go through these 4 things and see what happens. Sharon, I heard. Yeah, thank you, Sharon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sharon. Yeah, come on up. Sharon. Thank you so much for joining. They're going to click that on. And
you were looking at me.
I was, because you have a big heart on.
I wear the heart
That's
on my
right.
sleeve.
Is that mic on? Is her mic on? Okay.
It is.
All right, perfect. So now you don't have to tell us about what you're thinking about. Okay. You don't have to tell us if you're forgiving yourself or forgiving others. But what I would like you to do is, for a moment, I'm just going to have you say the mantra while you're in your mind thinking about it. So we won't know what it is you are. But then I will ask you a couple questions when it's over, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to start with, recognize something, and you can say these with whatever order you want, but think of something, a stressor or a difficult relationship, a painful memory, and then try these 4 phrases.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Just the words that are in bold.
All right, so I'm thinking to myself internally, and
Yep.
then repeating these 4.
That's right. About that,
Okay.
that thing you have, yeah.
Okay. I feel like, can you hold it up for
I
me?
absolutely can.
All right. So I'm going to put it over my heart, because that's important.
I knew
It's a
Sharon was a
muscle.
good person.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Thanks.
That was perfect. So, if you wouldn't mind, did that shift anything in you? Did you feel anything when you
Always. Yeah, it always does. When I take a moment to actually recognize, where, I may have been wrong or wronged, I always feel lessened. My shoulders feel lighter. I internally feel like now I can lay my head down and actually rest. It's not going to be like keeping me up at night.
Oh, yeah.
So
I keep
feel like
myself
I'm-
up all night thinking about things that could.
Yeah.
Now, I have another question for our audience. When it's Sharon, is that right?
Yes.
So when Sharon did that and said it out loud, did it affect anyone else just hearing those words? It did, right? Because it did for me too. Like, it lightened me up too. So I'm trying to think what the lesson is in that, and maybe it is that when we are out loud with our forgiveness or our work like that, we're actually not just healing ourselves, but maybe healing the people around us.
Yeah, the frequency is going out, the energy.
That's the stuff that we like to talk about. That's what we're creating here. Yo,
Yeah.
Sharon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Oponono. Oponono. Oponopono. Oponopono. I'm going to forgive myself for saying that wrong and learn how to do it better next time. Thanks, everyone, for the toolbox. We'll be back in a moment.
Addiction is a family disease. It takes victims and holds hostages. It does not discriminate. It can occur because of environmental factors or genetic predispositions. So, let's stop judging and stop criticizing and start treating and teaching.
Yeah. We have to talk about it.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
In our community, hands paint together, spreading colors and hope. Our educators nurture the heart, teaching our youth emotions and understanding. We equip ourselves with knowledge, learning to save lives with naloxone. At our local farmers market, the seeds of awareness take root. Our children play, learning the strength of unity and choice. Remember, when it comes to facing the opioid epidemic,
It takes a village.
All right, so up next is what we call the reach out segment. So what we want y'all to do during this segment is we're going to tell you guys, pull out your phones, which I know is the opposite of normal theaters and stages, things like that. But we want you to pull out your phones, and we want you guys to reach out to somebody that you might not have kind of cleared everything up with, and things still might be a little sketchy between you, or, you know, you might have had a beef back then, but reach out to them and just let them know, you know what? I'm sorry for what happened between us. Whether it's your fault, their fault, whoever's fault, you'll be surprised how much just that gesture, just letting them know, like, look, I'm sorry for what I did. How much that could actually motivate a person, and how much that can really change how that person might feel about themselves. Sometimes in order to forgive somebody else, we have to make the first move, even if we don't want to. I've had to forgive many people they didn't deserve it, but I didn't want to keep carrying it either. So at some point in time, I had to let it go. And in the process of me telling them, look, I'm done, it's over, let's just move forward, we ended up forgiving each other for it. So you'll be surprised just how powerful just that act can be. So if there's somebody in your life that that you haven't said sorry to in a while, or that deserves that for whatever reasons, hit them up and let them know. Also, one person that you might want to reach out to tonight might be that person in your past, and I'm talking about your previous self. Like, I teach in recovery, man, like, you got to go back and forgive the person that made those decisions, because you're not the same person anymore. And as much as your current self deserves forgiveness, the person that made those decisions deserves that forgiveness too. And usually that person is the hardest one to forgive. So tonight, instead of one challenge, I got two. Reach out to somebody that definitely in your life that deserves that apology, or deserves it, to let them know, look, I'm willing to move on. And take some time out to kind of find that old version of you that you might not, has done some crazy things, made some bad choices, but make sure you take the time out to forgive that person too. So those are my two challenges for you guys tonight.
All right, this is the 10-second share. So I want you to know that, Amy brought a point, wherever you are in the forgiveness journey, it's okay. Letting go, sometimes it's not easy. As long as you know you're gonna let it go, it's okay where you are. So just know that's important. Some things are still painful and raw now. So, and we just acknowledging that, it's okay. All right, with that, whatever you heard tonight, things that stuck with you. Again, we talked about sharing, what will that do for others. So when you not only sharing it for yourself, you're sharing for others. Please let us hear from you. What kind of things did you hear tonight? What got brought up?
Bro, you look dead at me like,
yes.
Man, don't pick me. The old school teacher in me, and Miss Patrice will tell you, because she's taking my class, if you look at me with that, I'm going to get you. So share your thoughts, my guy.
What I learned tonight was it's important to let it go. It's important to process things, and being able to say, apologize, saying you're sorry, and things that, can release you and just help you grow is very important and very powerful, from mentally and health-wise as well.
Good one. Very good. Anybody else?
All right.
I think Elijah had something.
We got one in the back.
Oh.
Legs don't move that fast anymore, Mama.
I enjoyed, of course, like, forgiving myself for the things I've done. Like, I'm in recovery as well. And what really touched me, and something that I forgot about in my recovery, because you keep doing it for so long and you kind of like forget why you're sober. And so I feel like, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but I feel like just understanding why you're sober, and also like sharing that time with yourself, and like still like continuing to do the work while you're still sober, because like you had to do the work to get there. You have to do the work to stay there too. So.
Woo! Well said. Well said.
And ma'am, if you don't mind me sharing, she is an Army reservist, so I think I speak for the entire active Army. So I think I kind of speak for the entire room when I say thank you for your service, man.
Woohoo! One more.
As we know, we're all caregivers. Every one of us in this room, whether we're taking care of our loved one, a child, or whatever, here's just a little food for thought about forgiveness. You show up with love. You give more than you thought possible. You carry the weight of moments that didn't go perfectly. But caregiving is not a test of perfection. Just remember that. We're not perfect. It's a testament to your humanity. Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's remembering that you're doing your best, that your heart is enough, and that your presence matters more than your performance. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself be. You're worthy of grace, especially from yourself, and forgiveness is always that pat on the back that says you might not have done it right the first time, but you have another chance to do it again.
Woo! That's a way to end it. That's beautiful.
Honestly, Miss Hyatt, I don't know how we gonna follow either one of those. So, oh man, did I forget somebody over here?
Charnette.
My bad, Miss Charnette. Here we go.
I'm gonna stand up. Okay. So, there's a poem I have. It's about letting go and also forgiveness. So, it's a little short. So, cause we got 10 seconds. So, I place the heavy down in the quiet. Let the wind carry what I can't hold. My heart learns how to travel light, making room for soft beginnings. I release what was never meant to stay. I forgive the past for teaching me, and I walk toward the gentle light of new days.
Woo!
Let that sink in.
That's great.
I think that's the first time we've been outdone. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
Wow.
Like, I really do feel like we've been outdone tonight, Miss Hyatt. So
We did our job, I think.
I think
We
so.
inspired people, right?
Absolutely. So this is about the time when we start to kind of close the show down. So one of the things we want you guys to do, hit the QR code and check out some of the stuff we have online. Subscribe to our page. You can not only catch this episode, but all of our previous episodes before. Also check out our YouTube page. Like, it's the only time my 17-year-old son has said I was cool was when he found out we have a $100,000 subscriber.
108.
Oh, we're up to 108. And the day that I showed him the plaque was I think the first time in 5 years he's told me I've done something cool. So if what we're doing is cool enough to impress my 17-year-old, I think we're on to something.
Yeah. So, and we're always looking for future guests, people to spotlight. There's amazing people doing amazing work outside. So please let us know who they are so we can film them and shout them out. And every one of you please take this home with you and share the toolbox. Don't leave them on the table.
All right, so I think Scott has something to say. So what we got, Mr. Scott?
We have a new tool to help us build this community, and we have enough for each people here to take this tool away, but it is a card, and on one side it says, "You have purpose." So you can take this and you can give it to whoever you think needs to hear that message. And then on the other side, it says, "Evolve with us. Join a purpose-driven community." And there is a QR code where they can link to getting into the shows, to becoming part of our community. So we are starting to make tools to help us build this community of evolution. So I'll be in the back handing these out, but back to our hosts.
All right, so you mentioned I think we hit our goals, and
Yes.
given the energy and just
Yes.
how everything felt.
And the powerful answers.
Oh, wow, absolutely. So I think we did inspire people to learn about forgiveness. And I'm going to tell you something I saw maybe not too long ago. We had two guests that apparently haven't seen each other in a while. And they seen each other here, and they were hyped to see each other. And I think that in itself is why we do this.
Absolutely.
To bring together people that you might not know or that you haven't seen in a while,
Get
and that have a
connected.
profound effect in your life. So, yeah, I think we expanded our community.
Absolutely.
Selfie time. Selfie times. All right, so check it out. At the end of every show, we take a giant audience selfie. As you can see, we've done this all last season, and we've done it for our first three. Our first 3 episodes this season. You're gonna see some familiar faces throughout the group selfie, and it's the only time you'll ever see Billy on stage. Like,
And
I
it's
promise you this. So
And it's not a selfie.
no, it's not. So we're gonna need it. We're gonna bring everybody up. Come on up front.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your mingling with the sounds of Ronan and family.
All right. When it comes to forgiveness, forgiveness is a healing factor, or the path to healing. So we're just going to play. Touched by pure love. Have you been shy, or have you tried to run? See what life's revealing. Open your heart, singing for the healing. There's been too many times where you had to hide how you feel inside, just so you can survive. You need to find a way to be in love today, 'cause when in true love you stay, and it will fade away. Open your eyes, see what love's revealing. Open your heart, make way for the healing. Open your eyes, see what love's revealing. Open your heart, make way for the healing. Now, can I get everybody to clap along with us like this? 1, 2, 3, 4.